name is Robyn Porter. I live in Deer Park, Washington, and I am 13 years old. I have 14 laying hens as a part of my 4-H poultry project. These are some of them, and to keep them happy and healthy, I need to be aware of the diseases they can get and how I can treat and prevent them. Today, I'll be presenting for you a Google Slides talk on 5 common poultry diseases, what the symptoms are, and how to treat them. Let's face it, chickens are susceptible to loads of different diseases and parasites. Any person who works with the birds understands that. In my presentation today, I've narrowed it down to 5 common diseases and parasites I think all chicken owners and farmers should be aware of. My 5 topics are Coccidiosis, avian influenza, Newcastle disease, scaly leg mites, and worms. So let's get started. First up is coccidiosis. Coccidiosis is caused by a parasite called Coccidium protozoa. This parasite lives in and damages the area of the chicken's gut. According to Bentoli.com, the trouble starts when chickens consume a sporulated oocyst, which is broken down by chemicals in the gut, releasing an infectious sporocyst, which causes the destruction of intestinal epithelial cells. The symptoms include weakness, meaning can't get up or move head, ruffled feathers, which occur around the neck, and diarrhea. Treatments like cord and medicated chick starters can be found at local feed stores to help fight off this nasty parasite. Treat the entire flock with cord if you notice one bird with symptoms. Isolating that hen would be a good idea because others could pick on her. Next, I'd like to talk about avian influenza. Avian influenza is a deadly disease caused by a virus called type A orthomyxovirus, which is normally spread by wild water birds. Orthomyxovirus causes swelling in face, wattle and comb to be tinted blue, and red spots on skin and legs. No vaccine has been made to cure this disease. This sadly means that birds that get it have to be put down and their bodies burnt. Humans can get this too. As shown in the chart, it starts with water birds, spreads to poultry, and then can spread to humans via one bird virus and one other human virus. Third is Newcastle disease. Newcastle disease is common among wild and domestic poultry. It starts in the respiratory region, but can also attack the nervous and digestive systems. The symptoms include murky eyes, cease in egg laying, paralyzed wings and legs, and twisting of neck. Newcastle disease spreads rapidly, so identifying birds that have it is important so treatment can begin quickly. Zoetis is an animal vaccine company. They made an oral Newcastle vaccine that can be found online and at local feed stores. It helps fight off and prevent Newcastle disease, and it also comes in a large age variety. Fourth is scaly leg mites. Scaly leg mites are caused by invasions of, mites. These mites live under the legs and push the scales up, which causes the walking for the chicken to become very uncomfortable. The symptoms include puffed up scales, dry, crackly legs, and even, in severe cases, lameness. Soaking the legs in some sort of oil will drown the mites. Some oils that work are vegetable oil, petroleum jelly, or known as Vaseline, and cooking oil. Last, I'd like like to talk to you about worms. Now, obviously there are several types of worms. Today I've narrowed it down to two of the more common ones that infect poultry. They are hair and roundworms. Worms are essentially parasites that set up shop in your chicken's digestive system, and they sap the chickens of nutrients. Hairworms enter the chicken's body orally. This means that the chicken most likely ate the worm while it was foraging around looking for bugs and seeds. Instead of finding something good to eat, it found a nasty, nutrient-thieving hairworm that'll eventually deprive the bird of needed vitamins and minerals. Roundworms are common in backyard poultry. According to thechickenchick.com, roundworms interfere with the chicken's ability to absorb minerals. Larvae damage the intestinal walls, and adults create blockage, which can lead to death. Just like Coccidium protozoa, worms damage the area of the chicken's gut. This can lead to weight loss, pale comb, and eggshell color to dim. Medicines like wazine and piperazine can be found at local feed stores to help fight off worms. Both medicines are given orally through the water source of the birds. As a chicken owner, I know how frustrating it is to watch my birds die and not know how I could have treated or prevented that disease. This is why knowing the common diseases your birds can get is a good idea. Also, making sure to check up on your birds daily will help you get better at spotting when some of them aren't doing well. Your daily checkup can be as simple as making sure they all eat at feeding time, or just making sure they're all active. Here are my sources. Here's my photo credit. Thank you for your time today. Are there any questions?